What is going on, Ranger fans? Welcome to another edition of 407 Rangers. I am your host, Raymond Tapia. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and a comment. Turn on your notifications every time I'm about to upload a post, a recap, highlights, or go live on the stream. So we got a lot to talk about because I know you guys are waiting on me to do a video about the blockbuster trade with JT Miller returning to the Rangers. And of course, we have the unfortunate loss yesterday. Even though JT Miller did play really good, the Rangers just couldn't contribute with JT Miller, unfortunately. So, like I said, we have a lot to talk about with this team. Also, sorry for the misconception and confusion because I know the scheduling was like a little weird, and I thought they played Thursday, but they played yesterday, and they played the Golden Knights today as well at home. But I ain't gonna lie, guys, it's been a long week for me. Very long week, YouTube. Like outside of this YouTube stuff, there was a lot going on that had my brain just everywhere. So we'll talk about the game. I mean, I gotta say this. Even with the moves, it's still just somehow never enough. It's like, wow, we got JT Miller and we still couldn't win the damn game. Like, make it make sense. Like, it's absolutely crazy to me. And Peter Laviolette is just need. I don't know what's going on with him. I used to have faith in him and all that because I know he has done a lot of successful things in the NHL with other teams. But it's like, bro, the way he's been going about it with the Rangers is just not working. It's not. Like, I don't know why he's not benching certain players that knows they're not producing at all like we need them to. I really wish he started getting the young guys more involved because that is still the biggest pet peeve for me being a Rangers fan, guys, is the fact that the Rangers always want to be a veteran team no matter how freaking adjusted you are going to have to get with decades and generations of this game. Like, we are still in an era where the young guys are faster and better than ever, and the Rangers are still saying to themselves, well, we can get guys maybe in their beginning of their 30s, late 20s, and now in their prime, and that's pretty much their young core. That's considered their young. Grabbing a 28, 27-year-old player, that's considered young to them, which is very unfortunate because the day the Rangers learn to just get young and actually retool the right way, that's when you start seeing better things with this team. But until then, it's never going to work this way. And I really hate to say that because, like I said, it's not going to work if we're going to keep being a veteran team. And we're in 2025, and I've been rooting for this team since 1993. And they're still doing the same shit since then. That's why we don't have success, Ranger fans, because they still think it's 1994. That's why I tell a lot of people in this YouTube stuff. Rangers just have the 1994 mentality. But anywho, we'll get to the game. So Charlie McAvoy, of course, scores the goal, and you know what? I don't even know how Ryan Lindgren has not been traded yet because he is definitely a huge factor as to why we lost. Because how do you draw two penalties at the same time? Like, how do you do that? Like, once I saw them go in the 5-on-3, and you can even ask my friend, he will tell you how I predicted everything that was happening right then and there. I was like, oh, they got the 5-on-3, that means they're going to score right here, thanks to this idiot Ryan Lindgren. And of course, Charlie McAvoy hits the goal for the power play for the Bruins. And then JT Miller hits the goal right back, so I was like, JT Miller's going to probably score today. He's not going to do it tomorrow or next game. He's going to try to prove to the hockey world he can play this game and don't let the media freaking attention bother you. But he actually, like I said, he did his part. And then David Pastrnak, of course, he had a hat trick as well, but he starts off the game with the goal in the first period. Second period comes around, and then Charlie Coyle hits himself a goal and Pavel Zacha. And from there, I already knew. I was like, there's no way they're going to catch up if they're going to keep allowing these kind of goals. And Igor Shesterkin as well, man. That was unacceptable. Like, he allowed so many darted shots to go in the net. And I'm just really saying to myself, like, man, you are supposed to be the best goalie in the NHL. And every time we lose, it's like you don't show us why you're worth that money, man. And the defense as well. Like, listen, Phil Housley, I don't know how he still has a job, guys. I don't. At this point, if James Dolan does not see that there's still flaws that are still going on despite all the moves being done, then there's a high chance that they're probably not going to make the fucking playoffs if they keep this up because now, yesterday was a much needed 2 points for the Rangers. Very much crucial needed 2 points because now you're going to be fighting for your life trying to get into the wild card spot because now the Bruins are up, the Flyers, everybody, even the Senators. The Senators are on fire, man. They've been winning a lot of games. I keep telling y'all, watch out for the Senators, but nobody want to listen to me like I don't know hockey. And then, of course, in the third period, you had JT Miller score his second goal. And then Johnny Brodzinski tipped it in as well. And David Pastrnak, from there on, he hit a goal. And then this was the most craziest decision by Coach Lavi as well. Why would you send Igor to the bench 3.5 minutes left into the game just to freaking actually make the dagger even hit faster for the Bruins? It's like, come on, bro. Like, it's one thing if we're down one and you pull Igor off the bench. But it's like, bro, why would you pull Igor off the bench when we're down three? Yeah, we were down 2 goals. And then as soon as David Pastrnak grabbed the puck, that was even more atrocious part about it. It didn't even take them that long to hit the empty net. As soon as they won the faceoff, the empty net was hit, it was over. Pastrnak got his hat trick, and it was game over for the Rangers. And Igor had a 792 save percentage, only 19 saves. Meanwhile, Jeremy Swayman only had 3 more saves than Igor and still outplayed him. And the Bruins just played better defense. That was the biggest flaw for the Rangers, the puck possession, of course. It just never ceases to amaze me that when they lose, they still have their flaws. And this guy right here, Alexis Lafreniere, I just have mixed feelings about this guy right now because I expect so much more from Lafreniere, and he has not been who he's supposed to be. It's like, bro, you got an extension, and you somehow can't fucking bring in the money they're paying you for. Like, this is what's upsetting me about the Rangers. And Chris Kreider, like, bro, why are we putting Chris Kreider in the power play when he hasn't been scoring jack shit with the fucking power play unit for, 15 games now? Like, what are we doing here, man? Kreider is another guy I would love to see go as well, because you know what? Listen, I love Chris Kreider. I am not going to sit and act like he hasn't done a lot for the Rangers. He's done great things with this team, has accomplished a lot by himself as a player. But this year, he is just not the same. He's just not, Ranger fans. And if he still has back spasms, for the love of God, just sit out. Let your back heal, because by him playing with those injuries, it's hurting the team so much more. It's like, bro, you couldn't do anything this game. Last game, you had opportunities to score, and you still couldn't put it in the net. Your back is telling you to give yourself a break, and you refuse to do it. I get it. You want to be a tough guy. You want to be gritty and have balls and be like, I can do this with back spasms. But, man, it's time for Kreider to sit out, man. It's either Kreider sits out or off season, you got to move him. You just got to move him. Because, like I said, if they're going to expect a Stanley Cup, that they have to adjust with the top veteran lines, man, and the offseason. Because if you have JT Miller, he's not going to put up with this. He's not. And this is why I said, now that JT Miller's there, if they're going to play like this, we might be the new Vancouver Canucks locker room for him. Because, like I said, he's not going to deal with that shit. He came here to play. He didn't come here to deal with that bullshit. He left Vancouver to have a better picture. He didn't come here for a worse one. So Rangers gonna have to step it up because if that's Vincent Trojan's best friend, Vincent Trojan better start playing his ass off too. Because I guarantee you he's gonna start chewing everybody out. And Mika Zibanejad, I hope JT Miller chews him up so bad that he starts even waiving his no movement clause. Because I'm telling y'all, JT Miller is not gonna deal with this. So I will keep you guys updated because these guys play in 2.5 hours, and I'll be watching the Golden Knights game as well. They're at home. And they also play on Wednesday and Friday, but unfortunately, I won't be able to watch those games because I have practice and I have a game as well Friday. So I'll probably have to watch the replay. Then I'll be able to give you guys a perspective on those two games alone. But I will keep you guys updated on today's game. Hopefully, they play much better because JT Miller isn't the problem. He is not. I mean, a man that scores 2 goals fresh off a Dallas flight, fucking goes into the hotel 4 in the morning, doesn't even have time to freaking settle in, goes straight to a team meeting, and then skates down to a game and still scores 2 goals. He's not the problem. So Ranger fans, y'all have a wonderful day. Hopefully they start the week better. Now that they have Miller, there's no reason for any of this crap. So tonight, let's hope this crap doesn't freaking happen again because that was unacceptable yesterday. So y'all have a blessed one, Ranger.